going on, guys? Welcome back to Fishing with Nordbye, Alabama. And fishing a jig is a killer way to catch fish all over the country, especially in the springtime. Trying to get this light out of your guys' way. Anyways, here's what I'm going to be talking about. We got a little wired jig right here. This is one of my favorite jigs to throw all over the country. This is a 1/2 ounce green pumpkin purple in it, and it's green pumpkin, and it's a wired jig. Wired jig is because it's got this wire weed guard. So what I like to do, I bend this wire weed guard up, and that gets some tension on it. Hey everybody, thanks for joining. And I bend this wire weed guard up. So one other tip, along with the weed guard, I take my scissors and I spread the wire weed guard open just a little bit like that. Hope you guys can see that. So it's spread open right there. And the reason you bend the wire weed guard up is to put more tension on it. And I bend it just a little bit, arch it, and I pop it down over the tip of the hook, just like that. Can you guys see that? There you go. I'm trying to get a good background so you guys can see that. So you don't want your wire weed guard past the barb of the hook, but you want the weed guard over the tip of the hook. And you're going to come over everything with this: dock cables, brush piles. This is my favorite jig right here. And hey Elijah, it's called a wire jig by Fish Hog Tackle. I have them linked in the description here in my kit. It's in my bass fishing gear, wizardcustomtackle.com. It's the same brand as Fish Hog Tackle. They're partnered, Wizard Custom Tackle and Fish Hog Tackle. So Fish Hog Tackle makes these jigs. What's up, Jackson? And I want to give you a few tips on fishing this jig. So you just saw me how I spread. It's got a lot of tension. So you don't, I throw 3/4 ounce if I'm fishing deeper than 10 foot, 10 to 20 foot. I throw 1/2 ounce if I'm fishing probably 6 to 10, 6 to 12 foot. And I'll throw 3/8 ounce if I'm fishing less than 6 foot, maybe down to 8 foot. In the springtime, you want to go as light as you can. Let those fish react to it. So here in the springtime, the water's warming up. The fish aren't quite as active as they are in the summertime. They don't quite want as much movement just because the crawfish aren't as active. Your bait fish aren't as active. The water's colder. So as the water's colder, I use a couple different trailers as the water warms up. 2 different trailers I got here. We're talking green pumpkin, so I have to match the jig. The 2 different trailers I got here: a Rage Crawl, green pumpkin, just straight green pumpkin, and a Tight Lines UV jig trailer. And I use this one when the water's just a little bit colder, till the water hits about 60, 65 degrees. I use this trailer right here. And for this Tight Lines UV trailer, here's what I like to do. It's another tip. It's actually a little bit long, unless you're fishing ledges or down deep when the fish are active, going for the big ones. But in the springtime, fish are finicky. So what I do, I bite off the tip of this. You can use your scissors too, but I just take it, you bite off the tip, about that much. And then another thing I like to do before I put this trailer on is I trim my skirt on my jig. Hey, what's going on, RD? So I'm gonna grab my trash can here because I don't want this to go all over my boat. 1 second. All right, got my trash can. So, hey Bobby, so what we're gonna do with this jig, see how long the skirt is? Like you take your trailer, the skirt is almost the same length as the jig. Hey Dean, Lena cut my hair in Gunnersville. And so your trailer is almost as long as your jig, and that's not good. So I like my trailer to stick out at least as much as the flappers past my jig. So, yeah. So we're gonna take the scissors and we're gonna cut right there. I'm gonna do it over my trash can here. You saw the wire, you guys joining? I gave you the tips on how to rig your wires so they work the best. They work right out of the box, but these are just some mods I like to do to help them get snagged less and hook the fish a little better. What's up, Big Outdoors? So now that you got your skirt trimmed, see, that's much better. Jig trailer's there. The claws are gonna hang down past the skirt. You're gonna take your jig trailer, and on these wired jigs, they have a nice little trailer keeper right there. I don't even have to use super glue most of the time. And it just works really well. Hey Cole, what's up? I caught three this morning and one channel cat. I actually caught him on these. So yeah, that was out on Lake Gunnersville. 3 keepers and a big old channel cat. But we're gonna take our jig and we're gonna slide it up on there. So when the water's below 65 degrees, I like using this trailer right here. Again, I have this linked in my kit in the description there. You just click that link, it'll take you to my bass fishing gear. And this is the jig I use. Look at that. That is a pretty jig. Beautiful jig right there. That's how you want it to look. You don't want your skirt hanging down past your flappers. And man, that's gonna get bit if I've ever seen a jig. What's up, Trey? Hey, I appreciate it, man. Trey's got a high school, Trey and Cole have high school tournaments coming up soon. But yeah, right there, that is a pretty looking jig. So when the water's below 65, use this trailer right here, probably 50 degrees to 65. I use this trailer. It flaps a little bit, but it does not flap as much as your regular. So when the water is below 50 degrees, I like to use just a beaver style trailer, something that's not gonna flap at all. Use a beaver style bait. Thanks, Burke. Then when your water gets above 65 degrees, things start getting active. They start getting a lot more active. You should start catching more fish. Bass appetites increase, metabolisms increase, and so do the bait fish. They start moving around a lot more. Then I switch to the rage crawl. So we're gonna throw that guy on there. It's one of my favorite setups for fishing all summer. Hey, Blake. And you want all your trailers to be straight up and down like this. If it's not straight up and down, it's not gonna swim right. You're not gonna catch as many fish. And then always put that wire weed guard just over the tip of the hook, just like that. It's beautiful. The fish can't see the wire weed guard like they can see a big old bushy weed guard. So, hey, what's going on, guys? That's a wired jig. It's a wired jig. So, also, the guy that makes these wired jigs, Mike, awesome guy. He's been sponsoring me for a long time now, like 7 years. And he's going to be running a big sale. So that's Fish Hog Tackle, Cole, Wizard Custom Tackle. They're in my links in the description in my bass gear there. Hey, thanks, Blake. So anyway, Mike's going to be running a huge sale, Fish Hog Tackle, on these jigs right here. 1/2 ounce green pumpkin variations. You got green pumpkin purple, green pumpkin orange, green pumpkin blue. Here, let me grab a couple. I'll show you. Hey, Aiden, you're going to have to go back, see all my tips, but I'm going to go grab a couple different colored jigs. Like I said, I like throwing 3/8 ounce through all the way up to 1 ounce if it's really strong current and you know, you're 20, 25 feet deep. I'm going to show you the other colors real quick. All right, I'm back. So there's your green pumpkin blue, nice little blue color. These work really good in clear water, especially Lake Gunnersville here. The water's really clearing up after all that torrential downpour. Here's your size 1 ounce right there, big old head. And what's cool about these jigs, hey Don, thanks for joining. What's cool about these jigs is they have a sled head design and you tie right to the jig. Look at that, if you can see it, right there. You tie right to the jig. And that sled head design bumps over rocks and brush really well. My jig, yeah, I do, but I like to on these a lot. And in the water, it sits at this angle right here. Everything it sits on is at that angle. If I took my trailer off right now, this jig would stand straight up today. What's up, Alexander? Today, did you catch any? If you guys go look at my Ozark vids in Missouri, I smashed the fish on these jigs, guys. Man, I'm going to be smashing them on the ledges here on Lake Gunnersville very soon. But they're biting these. You can skip them up under docks right now. I'd skip the 3/8 ounce ones. But Mike's going to be running a huge sale on this, guys. I'm talking They normally retail $4 a piece. He's at least cutting them half price. So I'll let you know when that sale is going to happen. I'll let you know here on YouTube in a YouTube video, so stay tuned for that. There's a bird going nuts outside. If you guys know what kind of bird that is, let me know. I don't know what's going on. There's a bird. It literally sounds like a water hose, like you're turning a water spigot. I don't know what kind of bird that is. It's nuts. So I hear it every once in a while on the lake or at my house. If you guys could go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me, push this video a little bit, I appreciate it, giving you these tips. Here's a few more colors. A few more colors of jigs. You got, that one's like a red crawl. This one right here, you got Ozark crawl. And this one's burnt orange. One of my favorites right here, burnt orange. It's a sandhill crane, Don. Are you sure? It might be. I don't know. It sounds like it's right next to my house. What's up, MTN? Talk to Mike. Yep, good deal. Alexander Jackson is also sponsored by Fish Hog Tackle. I'm telling you guys, they make the best mow rigs, umbrella style rigs. They make the best jigs. They make the best underspins. Really good stuff. Not as bad as the birds on the islands. Those cormorants, I know. Or the coots. Which ones are you talking about? What's up, Preston? Cormorants or the coots? They're both terrible. The coots always seem to get in my grass spots on the lake and ruin my fishing. But coots are for the year, so that's nice. But hope you guys enjoyed these fishing tips. Really good fishing tips, fishing jig. That is the juice right there. Adjust your wire, trim your skirt, trim your trailer, usually, unless I'm fishing a ledge, deep, I always trim my trailer. And these wired jigs are amazing, guys. Get one that stands up on you. They're gonna be running a sale soon, so I'll let you know when it is. I don't get any sort of commission through the sale or anything. I just help Mike out, and he puts out a good sale for you guys. And sometimes he even throws in some free stuff, just random. Like somebody will buy 20 jigs on sale, get a super good deal, and throw like 5 extra jigs in there sometimes. So kind of crazy. He's an awesome guy. You want to see on the bait wall? Let me know. We will do another live feed soon, guys. I got everything from plastics, swim baits, frogs, crankbaits, you name it. Well, you want to? What tips would you guys like to see? We'll do another live feed here soon. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Got some really cool news coming from Castaics, and I can't tell you yet. And yeah, Castaic also just came out with a little spinner bait. Not bad, but I don't know. I kind of like my signature spinner bait here in the spring. I know I showed that to you guys last time. Signature spinner bait right here in the spring. So, oh, here's those underspins I was telling you about. Fish Hog Tackle underspins. 1/8 ounce all the way up to half. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little jig tip video. The water's cold, fish slow. And something that makes too much commotion, they want it moving a little faster, and you can get something that flaps a little more. So, yeah, I'll answer any questions. You guys join in, and we're going to get out there. We're going to be catching a ton of fish this year. No questions? I don't think I see any more. All right. Well, awesome, guys. Pray the Lord blesses you this week. And stay tuned for some more episodes. If you haven't seen my last episode that dropped yesterday, did any of you guys watch that? My wife and I, we won that's from our tournament win here on Lake Gunnersville. And that was a fun one. I actually got a killer vid drop in tomorrow night where we crushed the quadfecta. Yeah. You ever heard of a quadfecta? That's a largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass, and a meanmouth. We actually call it a white bass, but that doesn't count. That's not a tournament fish. But we crushed bass on Nickajack Lake, me and my buddy Gary. That's dropping tomorrow night, so get excited, 7 p.m. Central Time. But you guys